Are you nuts? Yes. Treehouse Club Live. The Make Time or Make Excuses podcast. This is a new thing I'm doing. I don't know. This is just a test run. I'm gonna see where I go with it. See what people I piss off. Like as if the No Filter podcast isn't already enough. Well, boy, wildin'. Like, I think boy is such, like, I rock with my brother, you know, because although I don't agree with a lot of things that he says, people like him are important to society because it helps us think. It allows us to really question and make sure, you know, like just making sure we have the right information at all times. You know what I'm saying? And at the very beginning, when Boy came to me with the idea, like, let's do this, because I came to him with the idea, like, let's pod, like, you know, he didn't, you know, like, we went on the little hiatus just because he had personal things he was going through. I was going through my personal things. You know, that's like one of my best friends. I've known him for so long. We've been through a lot of shit together, like me and Boy. The dynamic of his and my relationship is like no other. You know what I'm saying? We've been through our friendship has definitely withstood the test of time. You know, I only have a handful of friends that are really like that in my life, and Boy the Hoodlum is one of them. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. I love you, bro. You're doing a great job on this platform. I'm very lucky to have you here. I'm very grateful to be podding with you and have the privilege to be working with you on this pod. You know, all the nights that we spent up getting high and drinking till like 6 a.m, going down rabbit holes of, you know, different controversial topics and you know, conspiracies and just going down rabbit holes with this dude, and we'd be like, dang, this is crazy, and now we got a whole podcast, you know what I'm saying, where we talk about that. It's gaining a little bit of traction. It's slowly but surely, you know. So a lot of people are asking me, like, why don't you just invest money in like paying to promote your platform? What I don't want to do is ruin the algorithm that we've already got building. I want to create more music content. I have a lot of very dope homies on Clubhouse, like my homie Don Juan, my homie Tayef Third, who I think would be, if you ask me, LA is really, and I mean, he's from Long Beach, but LA is really sleeping on my bro Tayef Third, because he's not only a great rapper, but bro is very intelligent, has a lot of great information, and is very smart. Bro needs to be like part of a big platform, and I'm, you know, I want to do more content with him and my homie Don Juan and my homie Mac like Dre from San Diego. They all got very like great ways of communicating and bringing across a point and making a point, you know, respectfully, so we ain't got to sit here and get in a disrespectful argument, and actually make good, positive points and have a good, positive, constructive conversation. So, you know, that's the dynamic that me and Boy have, because we've had these conversations that we're having on camera. We've had them on the phone, or we've had them like in my old garage, you know what I'm saying, at 2 a.m. getting drunk, you know. So this platform has been a blessing. It's probably been one of my best investments that I've made, and I'm just grateful to be here. No Filter podcast is clearly like, it's very controversial. The things that we talk about are very controversial, and a lot of people have started to like actually like, even though I don't consider myself a right wing, I really don't like the whole bipartisan politic thing. If y'all really pay attention to how I move and how I talk about politics on the show, I don't even trust in our political system, let alone to trust in a political party that's essentially being like run by big money, like big pharma and all that shit. They run that. They're the ones that run all them political parties. You know, it's not like there's like some. It's not like there's this freaking like a plethora of different political candidates we can go for. It's literally, we're like watching this in front of our eyes. We're watching these two big corporations fight for power. You know, we got these two entities. They got two different, like these guys want to get something done. These guys want to get something else done. And these guys are essentially like, you know, trying to buy the president to see which one could get their narrative or their interests met. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust in bipartisan politics, and that's why I, for the most part, have voted Libertarian for the better part of the last 15 years or whatever the hell it's been, 16 years. Yeah, it sucks. But it is what it is. And honestly, like, I'm just happy I can have these conversations and bring forward the information, you know, and that's the big thing. Like, everything I'm about to say today is a little controversial, and I don't want nobody to be mad. These are just thoughts and opinions that I've had just wondering, you know. And I'm open for the conversation. Like, let's have some conversation. Let's wake it up and talk about it. I don't want to make people angry or have people in their feelings. I don't want to have people in their feelings like I'm hurting somebody's heart. I just want to create some conversation. All right, my homeboy. I have to check in with my peoples in Memphis, bro, because of what happened in Memphis. There's this big ass shooting over there, and it's really messed up. All right, so again, don't be upset at me. Don't be offended. I'm just here to bring. Let's open it up. Let's have some conversation. Let's, as they say, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, man. Like, I am really a person of love. I have a lot of love in my heart. Sometimes it's been to my not my benefit. More often than not. How do we not have a live chat? Do we not have a live chat? Hold on, man. I don't like this. Let me make sure we don't have I don't like that it's not we don't have a live chat, and I don't like that. And I don't like that. And I don't like that. Allow comments and ratings. Oh, off. No. How? That's why. Okay, so all right, so I gotta do this. That's why. The commenting's off because of the, okay, boom. Y'all should be able to refresh. Boom, we got comments. Okay, cool. Dang, bro. That's dumb. Scared me for a bit. I was like, what? I mean, I thought I was going to have to restart the stream. That scared me. But good thing I caught that. Okay, let me see. Make sure I can comment now. Yes. Yes. Man, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, man. It's beautiful in California. It's getting about that time. I love it here, bro. I've been all over the United States, man. I've traveled to a lot of different states, and there is no place like California, man. No place like California. Oh, hell yeah, we got my cousin, my brother, Rice in the chat. Shout out to you, bro. Boom. So yeah, bro. And Rice, maybe you could chime in, bro, because I mean, you've been on our pod since I started sending it to you. You're like, what the, you know what I'm saying? And obviously you and Boy have a lot more in common in the way that y'all see the world or whatever. But nonetheless, I there's a lot of things that have transpired in the last 5 years that have really changed my perspective and opened up my eyes to a lot of bullshit. Although I still stand on a lot of I stand my ground on a lot of topics that we've spoke on, and I feel like really, if you look at the history of just me and Boy and the way me and Boy have communicated the past 20 years of our friendship, it's essentially been we were both not trusting of the government, but he's a little more radical with it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that people would probably say that Boy is radical. You know what I mean? And everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I think it's important to have these conversations. And we've gotten some warnings or whatever on the YouTube channel, but I don't give a fuck. I'm always going to push for freedom of speech. People like Andrew Tate, although I don't agree with a lot of shit that Andrew Tate says, I agree with a lot of shit he says. And although I don't, you don't have to sit there and focus on the things that people are saying that are bad. We could acknowledge them, make notes about them and say, okay, I don't like this, and this. But you can't, just because he makes points that you don't agree with doesn't mean that the points that he's making that are good aren't good. You know what I mean? There's often times where we get so caught up in the bullshit and in the psyche of I gotta be offended, that we don't take time to actually process what the positive things that are in the shit, all the things that we're worried about we're worried about the wrong things. We're focused on the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that for us. I don't like that for America. We gotta do better than that. You know what I mean? Gotta do better than that. But let's get to it. This is a controversial show. If the No Filter podcast was already not controversial enough, I'm just really sick and tired of the world and the way it's going. Doing my life journey was a big part of it, bro. Because when I decided that I wanted to start going to the gym and stop, abusing my body in more ways than just drugs and alcoholism. I was abusing my body in ways like I was staying up late, which I sometimes still do. I do, but I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was spiritually and mentally, I was just doing a lot of things that are bad for your mental health. Now, is this gonna turn into me talking about Jesus for an hour? No, it's not. This is gonna turn into me telling you what's helped make me a better version of myself and the things that have bothered me along the way, and then the things that I feel like society is heading towards, which is fucked up. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try my best not to be cussing during this podcast, but when I cuss during this podcast, just know that I'm really trying to make a valid point. I'm really trying to bring the point across. I'm not trying to cuss on this podcast because I want to be able to share this podcast with my church folks and not have them look at me like, you're wild. Why are you talking like that? You know what I'm saying? But what I hope to accomplish on this podcast is help people who look like me, maybe have gone through a lot of the similar things that I've gone through, and help you guys be better versions of yourself. The world is a fucked up place right now. If you haven't paid attention, we're on the verge of World War III. Society is fucked up. We're heading towards a dystopian society. We're heading towards Dune. We're heading towards Mad Max. Book of Eli. We're heading towards this crazy moment where degeneracy is fucking up the world. Everybody's confused. We don't know what is what. People are fucked up. They're mentally fucked up. They're going through crazy things in their life, and we're not paying attention. Like, they just stopped a transgender man from like shooting up some shit. Wrote a whole manifesto about it. Was gonna do a whole mass shooting, and we're not talking about this. Now, did I bring it up because he's transgender? Yes. Do I want transgender people to die off or nothing? None of that. My problem is that why aren't we talking about this? Why aren't we talking about this? Why aren't we bringing up the fact that that happened? What's going on, America? We're too focused on the wrong shit. Fuck feelings. Fuck feelings. In the eyes of the rest of the world, we're a bunch of fucking clowns right now. We're a bunch of clowns. And the more you focus on, and I can't say this way because I'm gonna hurt this person's feelings, and I gotta worry about certain people's feelings, and if I say I'm gonna get canceled, and I'm not worried about that anymore. I am not worried about that shit anymore. This is 2024. We're going backwards. We're going backwards as a society, bro. Like, why didn't they talk about that mass shooter? You know why? Because they're afraid that people are going to go out and start beating up transgender people, which is not cool. But at the same time, our news is supposed to be unbiased. We're supposed to be just putting the news out there and letting people do what they must with the information, but we're not doing that. We're suppressing information. We're changing narratives. We're rearranging history to make it seem one way or another. Like, this is not how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? We're like heading towards we're into this weird thing. I don't know what it's like, some weird like Twilight Zone episode. Like, we're in some weird, like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. I saw this video the other day, yesterday. There's this thread on Reddit called Cringe TikTok Videos. There's a bunch of, you know how like malls have those little like play areas with all the little like, it might be like a little slide or like a little a turtle you could jump on and a dinosaur you could climb over. And it was like these like, it just showed this these children playing, and then there was this fucking weird dude in a dog mask prancing around and like was like mad because the kids were like walking through and then knocking down his phone, because it was a kid. There were kids. But you got this fucking dude who identifies as a dog prancing around a little child's play area complaining about the kids. Like, what the fuck is wrong with America, bro? What is this weird shit? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? Everything's under attack right now. Like, regular morals are under attack. Not even like morals are under attack. Morals. The things that tell us what's right, what's wrong, what feels good, what feels... Like, when you know, say, hey, this feels good, but I know that it's wrong. Them type of shits. That's all getting blurred. Like, it used to be like freedom of religion, and then it just turned into like freedom to bash religion. Now it's cool to be like, oh, like, you believe in that silly book that like magic stories, and you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you literally believe in, like, you put rocks in a little fucking cup and pray to fairies and what are you talking about? Shut up. The fuck up. It's just weird to me. It's weird to me, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it's going. I don't like this weird shit that I can't even explain. Like, it's a scary time. For those of y'all that got children, I'm scared for y'all. Like, it's a scary time to be a parent. It's a scary time to raise children. Like, who knows what world our future generations are gonna inherit? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit don't stress y'all out. Femininity is under attack. Like, I'm a feminist. I consider myself a feminist. And everybody's gonna think like, whoa, you're not a buzz cut lesbian with a from West Hollywood marching down with a, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. That's not what a feminist is. Newsflash. A lot of people think that a feminist is some like chick with unshaved legs talking about she has the right to fucking whatever the fuck. Which, hey, women got every right. Do whatever you, man, do. The more power to the women. Women are amazing. Without women, there would be no earth of men. Like, all you men came from women. Like, none of this, it would be possible without women. This world, there would be no humans if there was no women. Like, life comes from women. You feel me? Women are so amazing, beautiful creatures. Like, we have failed them. We have failed women. And now we got, femininity under attack, which means that now a man can identify as a woman and be like, oh, well, it's hard out here for a woman. And da-da-da. I've seen this video with this. Like, what are you talking about? It is hard for women, but you know nothing about that. You couldn't even begin to fathom what a woman goes through. What a woman's body goes through during pregnancy, what a woman's body goes through once a month, like what a woman's body goes through. Are there exceptions to the rules? Yes, maybe there's people out there who aren't like, whatever. But for the most part, like, proven in science, biologically, women they go through more. Just off the biologicals alone. Just off biology, just based off biology, they go through shit. And we allow men to cosplay as women and grace the cover of like this crazy magazine. Or go out, like I seen this I think it was a college track thing where like, you know, these girls who clearly they've trained so much their entire lives, they got to go to college for track and field. And then you got this transgender track runner, like, who just passes them all up. It's like super gassing them. This dude was like, rah, you know what I'm saying? And that shit's like crazy to me. I saw this fight where this transgender beat up a woman. Fucked her up bad. And it's like, this isn't normal. What are you talking about? This isn't normal. Like, you've never shown me, you can never show me, you know, I had this discussion the other day on Clubhouse where somebody had said that the dream team, the current USA basketball team, if y'all seen this, like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, like Kawhi Leonard, I said his name hella dumb. Like superstar athletes, superstar basketball players, that it would be a good game if the women's team, like, no, bro. No, not even close. Not even close. You get Caitlin Clark, Angela Reese, have them backed by all the stars in the WNBA. It's not even close, bro. It's not. It's physically incapable. They're physically incapable. Who we kidding? Even LeBron, as old as he is just saying, who we kidding here? And again, I love women. I love women. Women are amazing. They're amazing. Are there baller-ass women? Yes. Caitlin Clark is talented as, you know what I'm saying? Angela Reese, talented. They're all great, lovely women, talented as hell. They're not beating the best 5 NBA players, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Bro, they show this, like, I forgot which running back it was against a bunch of girls that were flag football players. And the girls were all chasing the whole team. It was like 14 girls chasing this one NFL player. They could not even it was a flag. They couldn't get a flag off him, bro. And he was right next to them. He was like teasing them. There was this other video of like I think it was the women's USA soccer team. And then it was like one soccer star, a male soccer star, like Messi or one of them fools came out, and they could not get him, bro. Like, it's just physically, like, am I saying that, like, yo, like, I could go just like fuck up a woman Marine? No, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. No, I can't. I cannot. I'm not like, but a woman that's my size 185 pounds. Like, yeah, I'm gonna overpower. It's just, and again, it might be like 9 out of 10 times, right? There might be that one time, but it's still 9 out of 10 times, man. It's still 9 out of 10 times. It's just biology. God made us this way. Again, is there women that probably lift more than me and all that shit? Yeah, I see them all the time. And they, in all fairness, they take testosterone and they kind of look like men. Just saying. Just saying. But I don't agree with this. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to offend anybody. I love everybody, and I have respect for everybody. It's just when it comes to this, protecting femininity, like this is what leads to a dystopian society where like people are confused. We don't even like you could just look at the statistics. Male fertility is down. Men aren't having kids with women, and like women aren't having children. Like the family units being destroyed. There's an all-time high of single parents and this is it's getting scary out there. It's getting scary out there, man. The future generations is what we got to worry about, and it's getting scary out there. I'm sorry, and again, I don't want to offend anybody or make anybody feel like I hate people or anything like that, because this is not at all the case.
You know I'm a man.
It's just the truth. Like these are facts. Let me see. It doesn't fit the narrative. No one mentions how many of those shootings are done by transgenders. Cause and effect. How many folks have been long-term taking prescription antidepressant, anti-meds in this country? Powerful drugs, current times are the result. The politically correct term is birthing person, sir. Get with it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's why women have a higher pain tolerance than men. They do. And I've seen this. I used to manage a bunch of tattoo artists, and women just happen to take tattoos better. It's just a fact. Like that's just what it is. Like women just have a higher pain tolerance. They're smarter. They can figure shit out better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we do shit the hard way. Like it's just because we're men. We're like, oh, we're just gonna get it done. It seems like women have a meticulous way of seeing things and breaking shit down, and like it's just what it is. Like that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, and God gave us those gender roles, like, and I'm not saying gender roles are necessarily for everybody, but biologically, men and women are meant to complement one another. Am I saying that women should be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning all the time? No, but I am saying that a man should be the protector and the provider. Because if the food chain were to be disrupted tomorrow, how many men would be able to go out and hunt for their food or grow their food? Man, a study showed that something like 80 or 90% of the population would perish due to lack of survival skill set knowledge. 80 to 90% of the population within like a couple months. Like not even like a year or two. Like no, like a couple months. 80 to 90% of you guys are gone. And you got to ask yourself, wow, do I know how to hunt, fish, gather? And if the answer is no, then you're probably in that 80 or 90%. None of our children are learning things like hunting, shooting, fishing, growing food, gun safety. They all depend on technology, bro, and the food supply chain. You don't realize how important the food supply chain is till it's gone.
Golden beets, red beets, and candy cane beets.
And if you're somewhere in the middle of podunk America, you're really fucked. What?
That's what I'm going to stick to today.
You're fucked. All these like weird things like fat shaming and all that shit. Like, listen, bro. Unhealthy bodies is not body positivity. bring back shaming in general. Shout out to my girl Ozzy. Bring back shaming in general. Because we used to be embarrassed. Remember when we used to be embarrassed to look dumb? And newsflash, there are dumb questions. There are dumb questions. There are a lot of stupid questions. I hate all this weird, you know what I mean? Like, it really took me getting my mind right, getting my spirit right, and getting my physical fitness right in order for me to realize all this shit. That's why I named my podcast this. Make time or make excuses. It's your choice. Every day you wake up, it's your choice. You know? See, I was shamed by my ex-wife until I got depressed. Except I took life by the reins and I changed my fat, sorry life. So if I was never fat shamed, I would probably never lost all my weight and gotten the best shape that I've ever been in my entire life. And I promise you, nobody will be able to call me fat ever again. It's because of me, though. And God. God gave me the drive. God gave me the courage. God gave me the wisdom. He pushed me by the back and said, do it. Go out there and win. And speaking of God, God's under attack. Like I said, the freedom of religion has turned into the freedom to bash religion. They want to destroy God. God has morals. God comes with a set of rules. On religious holidays, you see a lot of people like mocking religion. It's like the cool thing to do now. It's like, see, it's easy to go out and live your life however you want. Just, you know, like the days that, like, remember in school, like the days that your teacher was gone and the kids acted out when the substitute teacher was there? And he came into class and he made it so easy. Just turn on the movie, just kick back and watch the movie, maybe take some notes. And guess what? We still would fuck off and act like heathens every time. And life's the same way. If you don't have a set of rules to live by, you're just gonna do whatever the fuck you want. That's why it's easy. And that's why they want to destroy God. See, I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're Christian. You know what I'm saying? I'm Christian. But I don't care what you are. God bless you on whatever makes you, you know, hopefully it all works out for you. And whatever makes you a better person, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm not saying I'm perfect either. I sin. We're human. We sin. But you got to believe in something, or else you're going to fall for anything. It's easy to just live life like, ain't no rules. Why do I gotta, you know what I mean? It's fucked up, man. See, this generation,
you can eat them both raw.
The big thing, too, is like, we don't want to be accountable. That's the biggest thing.
Because remember, keep that
being religious and being a person of God, you have to have accountability. You know, that's the biggest thing. People don't want to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a breakup, it's not only yours or your partner's fault. Y'all act like it's a win-loss. Oh, well, I put up more points on the board, so I won. I made more points. Oh, well, I did this for you, I did this for you, I did this for you. You cheated, boom, it's all your fault. No, it doesn't work like that. Because you always got to take accountability for your actions and everything that you've done to help get things to this point. See, we tend to focus or highlight on the good things that we do, like, you know, all the nice things we do. But I bought you flowers, and I took you to I took you to Miami. But we never take accountability for the bad things we get, right? We just want all the rewards for the good things we do. We never want to take accountability for the bad things. And the same thing with God. Like, hey, God, you know, I gave a homeless guy money. I got this. You know what I mean? But then I got drunk and beat my wife. That don't work like that. I'm sorry. You can't just pick and choose what you want to pick and choose and be like, nah, you're either going to follow the book. You're supposed to live like Jesus, man. You're supposed to walk righteous. You know what I'm saying? So it's doing things with intention. You know what I mean? Because none of us are perfect. And honestly, that's why relationships take work. Because this not only applies to romantic relationships, but also platonic relationships, your relationship with God. If you're always the victim in your story, you probably have a lot of growing to do. See, I had to do this. I had to take accountability. I got cheated on. Not trying to be, oh, she cheated him, you did. But no. What did I do that even down to like dating? I've seen red flags. Of course, we all do. But we ignore them for temporary pleasures, right? We ignore them. And that was my fault too, you know, as well. That was my fault. Acting how I would act, sometimes I was selfish. Sometimes I would have irrational outbursts because I was upset. I was unhappy I didn't even realize I was unhappy with myself. I hated myself. You know what I'm saying? I was in terrible shape. I just felt terrible about myself. It wasn't a good feeling. But if you're always the victim in your story, you gotta look and try and find the common denominator there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different failed relationships with 5 people from 5 different worlds, and you had similar fallouts with all of them, and you're probably the common denominator, and you gotta figure out how you're gonna move different. And you gotta take accountability for your actions. Be a man, take accountability for your actions. Be a woman, take accountability for your actions. Quit with this shit. Quit with this soft shit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
She knows I'm a man.
We're going into these moments where people aren't accountable. People are always getting their feelings hurt. People always... Listen, man. Hard times make hard men. Hard men make soft times. Soft times make soft times make soft men, and soft men make hard times. So it's a cycle. Right now, soft men are making hard times. So guess who's gonna be alive still? Guess who's gonna... It's the men who still figure this shit out and started now. Guess what? If we're heading towards a dystopian society and you're 400 pounds eating honey buns on the couch because that's what feels good and drinking 10 IPAs a night because that's what feels good, you're probably not gonna make it. You probably won't be in the 10 to 11% of people that are gonna survive. You're gonna be in the 90% of people that are gone. Y'all gonna all perish first couple of weeks, couple of months. Y'all gone. See, I'm speaking from a personal place. I was in a toxic, abusive relationship. I forgot who I was. I allowed myself to be abused and tore down. I allowed myself as a man to be abused and tore down. I sat and I took this like years of verbal and physical abuse in me, thinking that, well, I was bigger than her and she wasn't abusing me because that's weird. How is she little and I was such a fat, sad sack of shit. I allowed the negative things that she would say to influence how I felt about myself. So they were so imprinted in my brain, I started actually feeling how she said that I am. I stopped caring about myself. I would use self-deprecating statements masked in humor about myself, just to make me feel better about my situation. I was helping people laugh by using self-deprecating humor. I was starting to have suicidal thoughts and feeling like the only way out was to kill myself. And then I started numbing the pain with drugs, exuberant amounts of alcohol. I was literally eating fast food every day, all day, which was killing me from the inside and also contributing to my unhealthiness and my dark thoughts. This is a fact. Fast food does this. See, I was an atheist at one point, and this is gonna be kind of controversial to say too. As if this wasn't already controversial enough. I hope I don't get canceled for this. But I remember taking acid one time and putting my bare feet on the grass, and I felt God so much that it scared me. But at that very point, that's when I became agnostic. Because I wasn't sure what I felt, but I knew I felt something. It was like a deep connection to the earth and the universe. And now this is when I started to feel like something was wrong. Like I was somewhere in a situation I really didn't belong in. Boom. I split with my wife about a year and a half later. I have this epiphany one day, I'm drinking myself to death. I mean, my liver, my kidneys were sore. I'm doing drugs. I don't give a fuck about my life. I had a bunch of whippets because I would buy about 100 whippets a day, and I would clear them all, and then I would go back sometimes for seconds. And this is daily. I took the box of the whippets that I had left and then my canisters, and I just threw them in the trash. I went to the bathroom. I'm washing my hands, right? I look in the mirror and I just see this defeated man, this weathered and sad and pathetic man. And it kind of pissed me off because I remember how cocky I was in my life, and I remember how confident I used to be, and how loved I was for my talent and my heart. One of my teachers, rest in peace, Joel Dyson, used to actually tell me to stay gold. He would always highlight the poem Pony Boy wrote in the book The Outsiders. It was a stay gold, and he always used to tell me I had a heart of gold, And he'd be like, yo, stay gold, So as I'm looking myself in the mirror, pissed off, it's making me mad. I'm pissed off, and I told myself, look, I was mad at myself. I was allowing me to get to this point. It was that meme, the meme with the guy, he's pointing in the mirror. He's pointing at himself in the mirror you will do good, I said this out loud, bro. Fat me, and looking in the mirror, and I said this out loud. I was this is either gonna be the end of your story, or it's gonna be the beginning of your comeback story. Clearly, nobody's coming to save you. Quit being a bitch and do something about it. So, I dug my gym shoes out the closet and grabbed whatever XL gym clothes I had, and I went to Planet Fitness. I restarted my gym membership, and I haven't stopped working out since. I'm in the best shape of my life, and now I had a toxic relationship with the gym now. I was going every day, 3-4 hours a day, sometimes even doing double days. I became obsessed. I had this hole in my heart, and I was trying to fill it with the gym, and it didn't work. Palm Sunday, I go to church. My cousin Mo, they're getting ready for Easter. He's singing. I go to church. And I'm like, oh, I like this. I go to the altar. They do an altar call at our church, and I go to the altar, and they start praying for me. And my heart was like overwhelmed with like joy, and I broke down and cried, and I didn't understand it. I felt this before, but this was powerful. I instantly felt healed. I felt God tell me it's gonna be okay. And I just felt this overwhelming joy in my heart that I haven't felt in years. And at that point, I was like, oh, okay, God, my bad, bro. I'm so sorry. I love you. I'm so sorry. I didn't understand, like, it was a life-changing moment for me, and I knew that's what I had been missing. And financially, I've probably been in the worst financial year in the last decade of my life, but I feel the richest I've ever felt. I gave my life to Jesus July 22nd of last year, 2023, and my heart is full of richness. My life is blessed and highly favored, and I am forever grateful. And now I realize how important it is and why they want to take God out of the schools, or why they want to take God out of society and the family home. It's because if you don't have God, you don't got anything. And they don't want you to have shit. They want you to be fucked. They want you to be dependent on them. They don't want you to believe. That's how they did it in China. That's how they do it in China. They get rid of God, so all you got to depend on is the government. That's a play. They're duping y'all. Y'all need God. You need God. God helps give you guys structure, love, embrace. It's a set of rules. You question anything in life, the answer's right there. Whether you believe in the Quran, the Torah, or you believe in the Bible, like, it's all there. Those answers are there. Like, it tells you it's a set of rules to live by. Like, it's easy. Like, so in the end, I just want to say that I love everybody. I only want the best for y'all, especially the younger generation. Y'all are the future. Y'all are the only hope. Because y'all, it's going to be in your hands soon. And you're either going to take it one way or take it the other. I'm not telling you to be intolerant of people. I'm not telling you to hate people. I'm not telling you to go out and hurt people. Lead with love in your heart. Go out, be fucking great, and do great fucking shit.
You're shopping for your beads.
This has been the Make
All beads have
Time or Make Excuses podcast.
And
Drink your water,
ideally, if you
hit the gym,
with the leaves still attached,
eat your protein,
this is a very good thing.
get to
Number one,
church,
the leaves are edible.
stay prayed up. We in very turbulent times.
2 veggies for one.
My name's Gambit. You can follow me at GHAMBIT on Instagram, on Twitter.
Flip side, if you can't the bead,
I hope this doesn't get me canceled. I got a lot of love in my heart, and I got a lot of faith in our future generations, and I just want to see the best for everybody.
it's nice and
You know what I'm saying? We unfortunately don't have the luxury to be panderish, to worry about feelings. We gotta get right. We gotta get right with God, and we gotta just start pushing our society in the right direction, or we're leading towards our own demise, man. God bless you all. I love you all. I love you all. I hope everything works out in your favor, and I hope everybody has a blessed rest of their week. I'll be doing another stream like this. Let me know if y'all fuck with this content or not. Let me know, you know what I'm saying? I really just wanted to put good messages out there for young people, especially young men, dude, because our young men are turning into a lot of pussies. We gotta switch that shit up. It's your choice. Make time or make excuses. It's your choice. I'll see y'all next week. My name's Gambit. I'm out, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody tapping in. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Yeah, man. I hope it all works out for y'all, man. God bless y'all. Gambit out.